Hello, everyone. It's Ed with Brain MTG, and today we are going to discuss the great failed Wizards of the Coast experiment that has led us to where we are today. Let's discuss.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum.
Welcome back, everyone. Today is kind of a little bit of a story thought about this whole thing, this whole madness where we are right now and where we find ourselves in this predicament. And so all of this is like, Wizards pulls experiments from time to time, neon ink and etched and this and that, right? It doesn't do it on crazy stuff. It's why Ide Sugu was kind of a weak card, because if they put it on a crazy card, it would have been an issue and would have made people wig out for it, right? So Wizards does not small. They do experiments and they start them, and when they get data confirmation, they abuse the crap out of it, right? Right. So with that in mind, let's discuss where we are currently and where it began. It began with a great experiment in the fall of 2019. Eldraine Booster Fun Collector's Edition. Now, when this happened, right, it sold like freakishly. Let me tell you, I remember I was there. Everybody was excited. I get it. Okay. Then COVID happened. Theros did not sell as well because that was at the very beginning, that Christmas ish, right? And then later, Ikoria is when it kicked in, and lo and behold, the death corona of Godzilla. So silly. But the pre-releases for Ikoria didn't sell. The collector's edition sold because of Rudy, and people were at home with money, and they started buying into that. Actually, that summer, not that moment, not when it first started, but that summer. That's when people started buying, and the whole madness started buying. Now, that's the summer of 2020. We're in 2022, 2 years later. During that time, we had a year and a half of madness and about a half a year of a tough market. The madness was everybody buying everything, everything goes up, it didn't matter. All card games, all Magic the Gathering was just freaking gold. Okay. For the past 6 months, though, yeah, maybe a little bit more. Things haven't been quite so well in terms of Magic, in that people stopped buying so much. They weren't selling as well. They were printing more, but it wasn't being consumed. They had more product. Okay. So the experiment was the collector's edition and booster fun. Their data was based on a crazy, that it was successful was based on crazy black swan event of COVID making everything golden for a while. So now here we are 18 months later, and they think it was successful because it's based on bad data. So their grand experiment, in their eyes, is successful, but the conclusions they're drawing is based on a poor foundation in the first place. So that leads them to give the answers that they gave at the fireside chat. It's conclusions, and it's like positive feedback loops and like positive confirmation bias that's happening right there. They're not taking into, because when you change multiple things at once and you add a one-off event in the middle, how's your experiment going to run appropriately? You know what I mean? The government sprinkling money everywhere to everybody, a lot of it's going to end up in the collectible industry. I mean, not everybody needed it. What were they going to spend it on? I don't know. It's just the fact that right now we're hearing answers based on that type of data. It's kind of like, no wonder why the answers are so wrong. because you guys just are, you're not scientists and you're not running scientific experiments. You're running your Magic the Gathering, I don't know, neon ink experiments, and you call that like a test. You know, that's the thing. And we had too many variables at once. Now that data is skewed, now we're seeing the results, and it's worrisome because it can get out of hand before it's going to be reined back in, and that's kind of what we're seeing. So yeah, you can't have conclusions of an experiment based on bad data from too many variables. I mean, otherwise you're just grasping at straws. All right, if you're going to buy any cards today, though, remember to use my affiliate link in the description. Remember to like and subscribe. Check out my Patreon channel memberships, all of the fun things. Have a great day. Be meticulous with your experiments. Peace.
That's it, man. Game over, man. Game over. What the fuck are we gonna do now? What are we gonna do?
Maybe we could build a fire, sing a couple of songs, huh? Why don't we try that?
And this is what I'm looking at while I'm filming.